Ho, ho, ho. Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here once again for video number 2. Video number 2 on this Friday afternoon, August the 30th, 2024. Thank you all for watching this particular video right here on the former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the very dark and evil Shadow's Lair 2.0. Alright, this is episode number 38 of the Shadow's Lair 2.0 series. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, bye-bye, so long, farewell. You're getting sentenced to the Shadow Realm where you will be burned at the stake and Satan will eat your soul. So please don't do that because you're going to get blocked and pretty much you'll never be heard from again. And also share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the internet, like I said. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you're going to get slapped in the face. And you will get sent to the Shadow Realm. Where you'll never be seen again. So, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And also, if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. We really hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax. You grab a cold one, whatever you got. Whatever you got, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great. You don't, get out of here. Don't let the door hit your fat, smelly, stupid, wherever you came from, ass on the way out. And that's all I gotta say about that, bruv. And we move on with that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We got SmackDown coming away in a little over an hour and a half from Berlin, Germany. It's already been taped. Spoilers already out. I already seen them, so I'm not gonna say anything. But some interesting things happen on the show. But we'll see what happens tonight on a taped SmackDown from Berlin. Getting you ready for tomorrow afternoon's big one, the Big Bash in Berlin. Should be a great freaking pay-per-view of the weekend. We got No Mercy on Sunday night. Not afternoon, Sunday night from Denver, Colorado. So, we'll talk about that on Sunday with the predictions and the review. And all that other good shit as we finish off Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer, the final weekend of August, as we begin September on Sunday. And then a couple days after that is football season. They came in black and silver from the frozen tundras of Lambeau Field. So we got that. We'll talk about that on Wednesday with my next after the next two videos, which will be episode 39 and 40. Episode 41 will be my NFL preview for the year, and we'll talk about the Niners big signing, getting Brandon Ayuk last night. 4 years, $120 million, $78 million of that is guaranteed. So Ayuk will be on the Niners for the next after this year, the next 4 years. So that's great. Now the Niners are kind of trying to work out a deal with the big man Trent Williams on an extension. I think he'll be signed hopefully by next weekend. Because without Trent, that offensive line still sucks. But he's pretty much the backbone of that offensive line. So without him, the Niners defense and Brock Purdy is going to be sacked like a million times, especially against that great Jet defense this year. So we'll see what happens as we are T-minus 9 days away. Actually, no, take that. 10 days away from the Niners home opener and the season opener for the Niners at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. against those mighty, mighty New York Jets led by Vegas and his discount double check. But we'll see what happens with that. The Giants start next Sunday against who? I don't care. And I think the Cowboys, who knows? Who cares? Both teams suck. As we all know, the Cowboys suck. And the Eagles are even worse. So, because we all know their fans are a bunch of pedophiles. But, right, EDP? But I digress. But, we move on with that. So, football next week. Baseball's got another month to go. The Mets with a big, huge win yesterday in Arizona. 3-2. Getting the big hit when they needed it. They should have swept Arizona if it wasn't for Diaz on Wednesday night when he blew the game, gave up a grand slam. That was it. Could have swept the Diamondbacks, make it a little bit closer than they are now. They're 8 games out of the first wild card. I think they're 5 games out of the second wild card. Still they're 3 games out of the third wild card because Atlanta lost last night. Good. But we'll see what happens with that. The Mets start a 3-game series in Chicago on the south side against the White Sox, so they should sweep them because the White Sox suck. But, God forbid the Mets just play like shit this weekend and lose 2 or 3 to the White Sox. That'll be like the season's over right there. So the Mets have to sweep them this weekend because they got a big series next week with the Phillies coming in, the Nats coming in, always pesky, the Braves coming in at the end of the month, at the end of September. That might come down to the final games of the season. Right now, we're about 27, 28 games left. Tragic number is 24, so it's nail-biting time. So the Mets have to put on a good showing this weekend and after Labor Day. Gotta beat those Phillies. A few games behind them, but still, you can really put a dent in the Phillies. They're still gonna probably win the division, but you put a little dent going in as they limp into the playoffs. But we'll see. I think Atlanta's gonna even with Strider out and Acuna out and a couple other guys out, Mets on paper should just wallop them. But still got Met killers on that team, like Ozuna and everybody. Still got a good team, still some good pitching, but still the Mets should beat them. They gotta win. They really gotta win the series, win the games against Atlanta, win the tiebreaker. God forbid the third wild card is a tiebreaker. The Mets would win that. The Mets would go to the playoffs via tiebreaker. Because they already have the tiebreaker on the Cardinals, who played the Skankies tonight, who lost 2 or 3 to the Nationals. How do you do that? I don't know, but because you're the Yankees, that's why you suck. But we'll see what happens with that tonight. With the Mets and Yankees and everything. But that's pretty much it. All right, enough about that. But we got a big weekend coming, and that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday evening, we're getting close to Friday evening, Friday night, August the 30th, 2024, right here on the Shadows Layer 2.0 channel. I am your host, the Shadow Master himself, your tribal god of extreme, extreme heavyweight champion of the world, Peter Joseph, anime content creator, talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, other sports, music, movies, politics, whatever it may be. And that's it. You like it? Great. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell. And if you don't, get out of here. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so check out my AEW Dynamite review over on my Peter Joseph channel. Link will be in the description box. I did mention an update to the to the Nikki Garcia story. Nikki did come out finally, and basically said that she wants her privacy at this really rough time. The 911 audio came out because Artem called 911 because he was scared of Nikki because Nikki was about to kill him. She threw shoes at him right in front of the kid, the 4-year-old Mateo. Artem did get arrested because of spousal abuse. because there was some injuries to who, I don't know. But, in the end, he went to jail. He was released later yesterday afternoon on $25,000 bail. Now, who knows what's going to happen if they're still together in the house, or Nikki went over to Bree's house or her mom's house. She went somewhere with Mateo, I assume. But, hopefully more and more and more stuff comes out this weekend. And that's pretty much it. Now, I did do a video also on my Metal Gut channel talking about Linkin Park and that whole countdown clock trolling. Then it went back up, stopped at 9:05. There was talks of a female lead singer, which could have been Lizzie Hale or Amy Lee of Evanescence. Well, that was kind of shot down. But yesterday, I looked on, I think it was this morning or yesterday, I looked on Loudwire, I looked on Kerrang. Linkin Park did come out with another announcement saying September 5th, they will have a major announcement to make. They're doing something for the Linkin Park Underground. They sent out, members of the Linkin Park Underground, sent out tickets, because they're doing something between 12:30 and 5:30, I think, in LA. So that should be interesting to find out what that might be. So we'll have to see what happens this Thursday with Linkin Park. And when I find out the announcement, I will once again do a video about it. I'll do more music videos coming your way. So lots of videos coming your way through the month of September into October and November, and then probably by Thanksgiving. Then we'll see what happens as we go into the end of the year. There might be some changes coming. I can't really discuss most of them, because most of it's work, most of it's real life shit, but I'm not going to discuss most of that. Any of that probably till November or December. So we got a couple months to go. But that's way in the future, Conan. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we got SmackDown coming up in an hour and a half. We'll talk about that later. But right now, on episode 38 of the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series, it is time for another predictions video, as always on this channel. The best in predictions for WWE, AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling at times. Usually like Wrestle Kingdom, and that's pretty much it. Ring of Honor, of course. And that's it. So, another predictions video right here on the channel. And most of my predictions videos have done pretty well. I think Clash at the Castle did pretty well with Drew McIntyre on the poster. That did a lot of hits. I'm surprised about that. Like 400 and some odd hits right now, and counting right now. Some of my other ones right now, they're not so great, but still, I had to rebrand the channel and start over again. That's why I have 19 subs. So if you like predictions videos, you like wrestling, let's try to get those numbers up by the end of the year. Maybe we'll hit 25, maybe get close to 50, but slow but steady. Not really caring about how many views I get, how many subs I get. I'm just here for fun, and people can't understand that. Then they can pretty much go to hell on their dead channels and only get 3 subs. And they have one video, and it's all clout off my name. So, what does that tell you? I'm a very popular guy, and people love me. And these people just can't get over me. It is what it is. That's the way it is. They love me so much, and I love you too. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But I don't care about those immature fucktards from different countries or different states. They talk a big game, but they don't do shit. So that's all I gotta say about that. Moving on! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Bash in Berlin 2024 predictions. Alright, Bash in Berlin comes your way tomorrow afternoon, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. On your local pay-per-view provider, or Peacock, or the Fight Network, or Bleacher Report, wherever you're going to watch it from. Should be a good show. We got a 5-match card for a 3-hour show. That's very good. Hunter's been talking about the lesser match card pay-per-views go by really quickly so they can stack up SmackDown and Raw. I like it. I wish Tony Khan would do that once in a while. But, Tony Khan just books 25 matches on the main show, then he announces matches for the pre-show, and he puts 3 matches. Then the day of the fucking pay-per-view, he puts 5 more matches, and we don't where did this match come from? That's what I hate about Tony Khan pay-per-views. They last way too long, because All Out's gonna last 4 or 5 hours at least. Wrestle Dream's gonna last at least 4 hours. Because they got a fucking pre-show that has 5 matches on it. It's retarded. If you want to have a pre-show, good, but don't have 4 matches on it. Have at least 2 or 3 at most. Then the main show should be maximum 8 to 9 matches. 9 match card. Come on. Should have a 10-match card, 11-match card, or 12 unless it's WrestleMania. Or the big time shows like SummerSlam, like Survivor Series, the Royal Rumble, which really is two big matches plus filler matches. Or if you want to talk AEW, I would have the big shows like Double or Nothing, All In, and Full Gear, basically, and maybe Revolution be 9, maybe 10 match cards. Nothing more than that. Well, Double or Nothing and All In, yeah, I would say the most they can put on is 10, maybe 11 matches on the main show, and then 3 matches on the pre-show to round it out to 14. But still, it's a 4 or 5 hour show. It's tough to get through. So break out a few cold ones. You'll probably be drunk by the end of the pay-per-view. Get something good to eat for the next 3-4 hours, and then have fun after that. But we got that. All right, let's run down the card and let's get out of here because I want to try to get to TNA and Ring of Honor for my 3rd video of the night, and then hopefully, if I have enough energy later tonight, SmackDown, and I'll do Rampage and Collision tomorrow, late tomorrow night. Late tomorrow night, because Collision's tomorrow night after Bash in Berlin which will probably finish at 4 o'clock with the scrum right after that. And then we'll see what happens with all that. And we'll move on. Alright, so got a big card. Let's get into it. Alright, so first match out of the gate, I'm going to predict for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Pretty much a rematch from Clash, I believe Clash at the Castle or Payback. We got the new champs, the Unholy Union, the Witches of WWE, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, taking on the former champions, Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's actually her hair. She's Bianca Belair. And her tag team partner, the very beautiful and the very dangerous Jade Cargill. A lot of people thinking Bianca and Jade are gonna get the belts back for the 2nd time, but there is some tension in the group. If you've been watching over the last few weeks on SmackDown, Bianca's kind of like looking at Jade, kind of with the evil, with the Sankey eye and everything. So we don't know who's gonna turn on who. I think Bianca's gonna eventually turn. We don't know when. I'm hoping it's soon, but I think you're gonna plant the seeds tomorrow afternoon. I think the Unholy Union are gonna get the win somehow by some chicanery. I think Bianca and Jade are gonna do a double team move, and somebody knocks into each other, and then Alba and Isla hit their finishing move, maybe on Jade. I don't want Jade to lose. I'd rather have Bianca take the pin. And then that's that. And then afterwards, maybe in the ring, there's some some bickering, and maybe Jay's like, "Well, fuck you," and starts leaving, and then Bianca looks all pissed off. So that's kind of like what laying down those seeds. You just gotta put some water on it, let it grow. That's what I think Hunter's doing right now. So I think we might see that at Bad Blood, or maybe we go to Crown Jewel. What happens at the Survivor Series, but we don't know. We'll see what happens with that. All right, so I'm gonna go with the Unholy Union to retain the women's tag team titles, and that's that. All right, now I can just pick and choose because I can. I'm gonna go to the mixed tag team match, pitting the Raw Women's Champion Liv Morgan and her boy toy Dominic Galeno. They say, oh, Latino, Eddie's son, right, Eddie? Oh, that's my son! That is my son! The fruit of my loins, they say. He is a great man like me. Look, did you see his mullet? Looks like mine, they say, Pedro. I know. He's emulating you from like 1998, dude. Well, I had a great mullet back then. Well, you cut it later on, which I didn't really particularly like. Yeah, but I always still got the mamacitas. I know. Yeah, but you got rid of China after that, You had the mullet. I mean, she loved the mullet. She loved that Latino heat, and you screwed it up. I know, pero I know, me stupido, too much sangria. Yeah, I know. It happens. It happens. Yeah, but your son is a great man now. He's, he had mommy Rhea Ripley, and, she was giving him all that goth pussy, you know what I mean? Now he's going to crazy Liv Morgan pussy, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Eddie? You've been there, right? Yeah, I know. Pussy is pussy, yes, Beto. I know. It is. Trust me. Trust me, guys. Pussy is pussy. I mean, come on. I mean, it could be good. It could be good. It could be really good. It could just stank. But, yeah. But it is what it is. Dominic's getting enough at home as it is with his wife. But goddamn, man. I'd be so conflicted, man, if I was Dominic Guerrero right now. If I have a hot freaking wife at home and hot Liv Morgan jumping on my freaking cock almost every fucking show. I'm like, come on, what am I gonna do? Shit. I gotta calm myself down. Somebody throw me into a cold shower. Not with Liv Morgan, no. But, imagine, she just pops in. Hey, wait a minute! Get away from me! Get off my bingo already! Leave me alone, I'm married! Oh, come on, Dom! Your bingo looks like a chicken tendy, I'm hungry! I love those chicken tendies. Imagine Dom saying, "Oh, your pussy feels to smell, tastes like a chicken tender," It's very juicy, too, Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we got Dom and Liv taking on the Terror Twins, Mommy and Poppy, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. Blood brutality! Alright, so this has been going on for a very long time. Dom turning on Mommy Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam to help Liv Morgan retain her title. And then Poppy, the stuff that is going on with Finn Balor turning on him. We could see Finn and JD McDumbfuck and Gordito during this match. It's going to be a chaotic match, probably a chaotic ending. But I'm going to go with the Terror Twins to win, Mommy and Poppy to win. A lot of people think the Judgment Day is going to get the win because, the numbers game. We could see some surprises tomorrow afternoon. Maybe somebody helps Poppy Priest and Rhea Ripley. I don't know who. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to go with Mommy and Poppy to get the win. Over those teenage whores. You call my son a whore? No, I didn't mean that. I meant Liv. No, don't you call my son a whore, I say. I'm sorry, Eddie. Anyway, we got that. Speaking of Spanish wrestlers, just a little quick segue. Valador, the fourth, I believe. Let me see. I think it was Valador. Let me look it up, because there was a untimely passing of a great luchador. I think it was Valador. I think maybe it was Villano. Let me check. Villano 4. Yes, it was Villano 4. Hold on one second. Just give me a second. Give me a second. It was Villano 5. Yeah, he died yet. Oh, it's Villano, not Villano 4. Villano 5. Raimundo Diaz Mendoza Jr. Passed away yesterday at the age of 62 years old. So, a great Mexican wrestler. Let me just. So, let me just get that for a second. Yeah, he died yesterday at age 62. He was the son of Rey Mendoza Sr., of course. And that's just want to put that out there. He had a lot of great matches in Mexico. So I didn't want to do a proper video because I didn't really know much about Villano. So it wasn't really an important death like some of my other wrestling death videos. You know, especially with Alpha, Sika, Terry Funk, you know, people like that, Bray Wyatt, Daphne. Daphne's 3-year anniversary is coming up on Sunday. So I might I try to do an extra like a side video about that, the 3-year anniversary of the death of Daphne. So it's gonna hit really hard on Sunday, so because I'll be thinking about it too much and I might start crying. But no, I'm not gonna cry on video because I'm not a pussy. I get a lot of it, but I'm not a pussy. You know, it's just gonna be a sad day. You know, thinking about her and everything. Blah 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 blah. But rest in peace to Villano 5 and great Mexican wrestler, and that's pretty much it. All right, moving on. Alright, so I got the Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Easter Dawn to win over Bianca and Jade. Mommy and Poppy to beat Dirty Dom and Liv. And that's it. Alright, after that, we're going to go to a scrap match, and a traditional scrap match, where the object is both competitors tied to each other's wrists with a big old fucking rubber band called a strap, and the object to win it on this match. Other matches you had to win by pinfall or submission or knockout, and traditional matches you had to hit all four turnbuckles in succession. You just can't go 1, 2 and then you win the match. You have to win it. You're just gonna go 1, 2, 3 and then you go back to it later. No, the thing resets, so you have to hit them in succession to win the match. So we got Punky Brewster, CM Punk, taking on our hero, Drew McIntyre. Right, Drew won at SummerSlam, in a match where Seth Rollins was a special referee, and there was a little chicanery, with Seth, Drew kicked Punk in the balls, with the bracelets he still has, the bracelet of Punk and AJ Lee, and so that's that. So this is gonna be a brutal match. It's gonna be chaotic. This is match number 2 in their series. So I'm gonna go with CM Punk, sadly, to get the win. This match is gonna conclude at Bed Blood on October the 5th inside Hell in a Cell. And that's gonna be it. I think Drew should win this feud, not Punky Brewster. Drew. Because if Drew loses this feud and loses the Hell in a Cell match, what do you do with him? You still keep him strong, and you can go after the world title, go after Walter or Randy Orton, whoever wins that match, or what do you do? So we'll have to see what happens with that. But I'm gonna go with Punky Brewster to get the win. There's gonna be a lot of welts on their backs. Might be some, I doubt, blood, but I doubt it because there's no blood in WWE that much. But in any case, we move on. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Punky Brewster to get the win. I think we might get one of those where Drew hits the turnbuckles with Punk on his back, or Punk he's dragging Punk, like Punk is like slumped over his back, and then next thing you know he hits the turnbuckle, and then Punk's like turnbuckle, and then turnbuckle, and then everybody's like cheering, and everybody Drew thinks he's about to he's about to win, and then Punk just like wakes up, hits the GTS, then hits the turnbuckle maybe at the same time. Something like that might happen near the end of the match. But I'm going to go with Punk to win in some type of fashion like that. So that's that. Alright, then we go to the title matches. The big men's title matches. I'm going to go with for the undisputed WWE title, we got Cody! MDK Cody! You bitch! No! Missionary Cody, because his promos are basically missionary, like Roman said. It's like missionary position every single night! Ugh! So we got Cody taking on the number one contender, my friend and yours, Kevin Owens, KO. This should be a good match. Kevin getting the title shot. He's finally getting his title shot. He's been wanting a title shot ever since losing to Roman way back when. Never got a proper match, whatever he's been saying. Finally, Nick Aldis gave it to him. Cody agreed to it, and then they had a tag match last week where they were kind of planting the seeds that Kevin might be turning on Cody. We don't know. And little spoiler alert here on SmackDown. They have a little face-to-face, and Kevin kind of like bumps into Cody near the end of it. So Cody's kind of unsure if he can trust Kevin in this match, but it is what it is. But anyway, I think Cody's gonna get the win. I don't see maybe the Bloodline showing up, and maybe Randy Orton comes out and saves Cody, and then Kevin, they're beating up Kevin Owens as well. But then Kevin turns on Cody, beats him up, and everybody's like, "Oh, Kevin Owens joined the Bloodline." No. Why would Kevin Owens want to join up with Solo and his fake as fuck group? He should just join up with fucking Roman, but that's never gonna happen. But I don't know, his buddy El Generico, Sami Zayn is gonna be rejoining the Bloodline, the honorary Uce, and we're gonna all feel Ucy pretty soon. So I think Kevin's gonna turn on Cody tomorrow night, go full-fledged heel again, but still be in that main event picture. So might get something after this. Maybe at Bad Blood they fight in a cage, or they fight maybe a no DQ match, street fight. I don't know. I don't think there's gonna be that many. It shouldn't even be a lot of cage matches. It should be just really the big one. The big Hell in a Cell matches should be Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, and on the men's side, Punk and Drew. That's it. No other cage matches, because then it would be overkill. This ain't Lockdown, okay? Where every match was in a cage, and it just felt retarded. That some matches that were on the show should not have even been in a cage. It should have been on like Impact or on Explosion or something like that. It's just dumb to have an all cage match pay-per-view. It sounded good the first couple of years, but then it started getting eh. And then the main event was Lethal Lockdown with the top of the cage. That was kind of cool with the weapons coming down. That was kind of cool. And then all the times that people went on top of the cage and somehow got through the cage and got on top, like AJ, Kurt Angle at one point, Jeff Hardy, dude, all those great times of those matches. And then I think the best one was Jeff Jarrett hitting Abyss in the head with a guitar that was filled with tacks, because he looked like he was about to hit Sting, and then he hit Abyss right in the head with the freaking guitar filled with tacks. Crazy matches back in the day when TNA was like on fire. Well, not on fire. They were kind of like meh. But that Lockdown cage match was great. But TNA had its bad days, but now they're kicking some pretty good ass. Tonight is Emergence starting at 8 o'clock. Dolph Ziggler and Josh Alexander for the TNA World Title in an Iron Man match. Woo! Sign me up for that. Jordynne Grace versus Ash by Elegance tonight for the Knockouts title. I think we see a new champ there. I think Ash will get the belt, but there's a certain demon assassin. You know who she is, my demon bride, Rosemary, lurking in the shadows, because that's where she lives, in the Shadow Realm. I think we might see at Bound for Glory, or whatever's next for TNA, we might see Ash by Elegance against Rosemary for the Knockouts title. Hopefully, Rosemary gets the belt again, has a nice long as fuck reign with it. I mean long. Not 2 months, not 4 months, I mean a year. Or more. Just give her one final run. She's in her 30s, so just give her at least one more run with the belt. But she was on NXT, the fans are going nuts, and she loses to a scrub like Kaylani Jordan. I mean, come on, really? I really hope they have her on again, and she beats, like, Izzy. No, it can't be Izzy. Beats someone like Brinley Reese, the resident jobber. Some jobbers, basically. Like Brinley Reese, so she beats Carly, don't call her Rainbow Bright. The lesser talent. Then she starts going back up the ladder. Get a rematch with Kaylani, beat the fuck out of her. I'd like to have her have the NXT Women's title. It'd be great, but it's not going to happen, but you never know. But anyway, we move on. So Cody's going to beat Kevin to retain the belt, and Kevin's going to turn heel. And that's it. Then the big one, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even know these stipulations that were on there. But anyway, we have, for the the World Heavyweight Championship, we have Walter taking on Randy Orton and his Force! And, new stipulations were added. If Orton wins the belt for the 15th time, he will be transferred from SmackDown to Raw. And, but if Orton wins, he goes to Raw, and Walter will go to SmackDown. That should be interesting. That might be interesting. Walter versus Cody for the belt. Walter versus anybody pretty much on that roster, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going with Walter. Why would they have a riot in Berlin? He's not even from Berlin, but still. He's from Austria. So, should be a great match. Randy's chest is going to look like chopped liver. Pretty much. Gunther's going to, basically chop him half to death. I think Randy does hit the Gilmore Cutter, but maybe Walter kicks out of it. Or I do see a rep bump in this match. I could smell from a mile away. So it might be a rep bump. And then Orton hits the RKO, goes for the cover, but there's no ref. And then a new ref just runs down. A new ref just runs down like he's Charles Robinson from WrestleMania 25, I think. Or whatever number that was when he ran all the way down. Or maybe like Aubrey Edwards sometimes when there's no ref. Aubrey's running down the ramp at full speed. Gets in the ring, 1, 2, 3. Gotta give those refs some exercise. Because they're always getting beat up half the time. But in any case, I digress. Alright, so I'm gonna go with Walter to win. I don't think with any chicanery. It should be just straight up. So Walter will retain. And then from there, I don't know who he faces next. And then Randy will go back to SmackDown. I could see Randy and Cody going at it when Randy eventually turns as well. But, we'll have to see what happens with that. I think Randy will definitely win the Royal Rumble. It's a toss-up at this point, but I think Randy will enter the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, then maybe face Cody, then at WrestleMania 41. Or, who knows? Who knows at this point? People still think Cody's going to face The Rock. And Roman's going to take on Solo. Because they want to maybe save Rock and Roman for WrestleMania 42. In Tennessee. I think it's in Tennessee. Next year. Or actually, I think it's 43. It's going to be in Tennessee. 42, we don't don't know where it's going to be. But it might. I think maybe. Well, no. Isn't 42 going to be in Indianapolis next year? I don't even know. Well, maybe Minnesota. But I forget. Actually, maybe I can look that up. Let me see if it is there. Well, 41's next year. 41's in Vegas. 42. It most likely will be at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. That's where this year's actually next year's events are going to be. SummerSlam. Well, we don't know about SummerSlam yet. SummerSlam 2026 will be there. But WrestleMania 42 looks like it will be in Indianapolis. And in probably March or April. So it'll be in the dome, so you don't have to worry about snow, you don't have to worry about rain. It will be cold, so you don't worry about that going outside for the other events. But it is what it is, as Mr. Softy goes by. 7 o'clock. Din 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 din. Would you like a coconut? There it goes. You can barely hear it. Still got time for the Ice Cream Man to come out for the next month or so. I think they stop in like October or early November when it starts getting cold, and then they don't come back until like March. You know, it's like a seasonal thing. It's like working at Spirit Halloween. You know, you don't work there all year. You work there just pretty much for September and October, maybe into November, and then pretty much you're on unemployment. It sucks. I mean, you get hired, you have a great job, you're making some good money for a little bit, and then next thing you know, you gotta go on unemployment. That's why I don't like seasonal jobs. If anybody does take a seasonal job, I mean, great for you, but I mean, especially if you work like the Mets, you're not gonna be off that long. You're basically working from April to maybe October, depending on when the Mets season ends. Then pretty much from October, pretty much like I would say the rest of October, well, October, November, December, January, February, March. You get 6 months. So you're working there for basically about 6 months. You can get on unemployment. You collect unemployment for 6 months, and then you're back. They'll probably call you right back if they like you. I don't know how that works, but whatever. Well, we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for my video. Thank you all for watching. Just to sum up my predictions for Bash in Berlin tomorrow. I got Cody to retain the Undisputed title over Kevin Owens. He's going to turn. I got Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to retain the Women's Tag Team belts over Bianca Belair and Jade. They're going to plant the seeds for the eventual turn of Bianca, most likely. I got Mommy and Poppy, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, the Terror Twins, to defeat Dirty Dom and Liv in a mixed tag team match. I got Punky Brewster, CM Puke, to defeat Drew McIntyre in a hellacious scrap match. And most likely will be the main event for the World Heavyweight title. I got Walter to defeat Randy Orton and his monotonous voice. And that's it. 5 matches, should be good. Some interviews here and there. I think each match will probably be like between 10 and maybe 20, 25 minutes long. I think both title matches will be about 20 to 30 minutes long. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. Alright guys, that is it. I'm going to go to my TNA and Ring of Honor review. Do that real quick. And then get ready for taped SmackDown tonight at 8 o'clock. And then at 10, another tape show, Rampage. With the Rampage debut of the grizzled young veterans, Gibson and Drake. Should be pretty good shit as they take on the Outrunners. We also got a fatal 4-way match tonight. That should be interesting. My girl, Mina Shirakawa, who was on Ring of Honor last night. I'll talk about that. She's in action on Rampage. The Native Beast, Nyla Rose in action against some jobber. But we got, I think, 5 matches on, 4 or 5 matches on Rampage. So it should be good. And then we got Collision tomorrow, which should be even better. We'll see. See what happens with that. tonight on TNT and tomorrow night on TNT as well. And also, it was announced that Battle of the Belts, I mentioned this yesterday, Battle of the Belts 12 will be taped on October the 17th along with Collision, and we will see that on the October 19th, because they will both be taped because of, well, I don't know why it's going to be taped on TNT, but I think it's because of basketball starting and hockey starting and shit like that. But the show's going to be from Stockton, California, so kind of around Bucks country. So it's going to be in California this year for Battle of the Belts 12. We might have one more later this year, Battle of the Belts 13. So you know that Tony Khan loves that WCW style Clash of the Champions, which I think the last one was like 28. I don't even remember what number it ended at. 28, 30, 35. I don't know. The WCW version, not the WWE versions. That's pay-per-view. I'm talking about shows. But I think it ended at 28. But in any case, we move on. So we got that coming up in October. But we move on. And also next week's Rampage will be Collision and Rampage next week. Collision will be, I believe, Collision and Rampage might be live next week. I'm not even sure. But that's going head-to-head with a live SmackDown because of All Out, is Saturday. So they're going to have Collision go head-to-head with SmackDown. And they're going to get obliterated. Same thing, well, not Rampage will probably get a little bit more views, who knows. But, yeah, so head-to-head next weekend with SmackDown and Collision. And then October the 8th, Dynamite versus NXT on Channel 11. So that's Title Tuesday. I think NXT will win that war. Pretty much going to be, as soon as they get on the CW11, October the 1st, they're going to start getting tons of ratings. Tons. Higher ratings. I think they might even hit 1 million for NXT on a Tuesday night. But then again, who knows? Because everybody gets Channel 11 in the United States. I don't even know in Puerto Rico, but unless you have the CW app. So that should be it. I know Easter's going to be like, what am I going to do? I got to see Roman. You got the CW app. You got a whole bunch of apps so you can watch WWE on the WWE. Oh, there always used to be you can watch it on Peacock, the app, and all the others say. So don't worry, you see Roman. Don't worry when you see Roman, Anyway, but I mean NXT. He's like, I gotta see Tony D. I do too because he's my cousin. So. But we'll see him on Sunday when he takes on Oba! Femi! The Wakanda! Forever. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching video number 2 on the Shadow Slayer channel. So, episode 38 is now in the books. We'll do episode 39 on Sunday with your No Mercy predictions for NXT. And that's it. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Stay sexy. Stay safe this holiday weekend, and I'll see you guys again next time. And if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time. Peace.